Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, good evening, Rachna.
Ma'am, I'm Gayatri from Rangareddy district.
Yes, Gayatri. How are you, Gayatri?
Fine, ma'am.
Yes, Gayatri. How was your New Year? Are you attending our classes every day?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, are you getting benefited? Are you learning every day new things? Are you practicing? How about
Yes, ma'am.
test you're doing every day?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good, Gayatri. Okay, fine. Thank you so much, Gayatri. And I invite Chandrika ma'am to take over.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone, students. Firstly, I wish you all happy Ugadi. So now let us have a revision on electricity, that is electric current. Everyone bring your physics textbook and a pencil so that you can underline the important points. Yes, I'll give you a few seconds time. So please bring your physics textbooks so that we can underline some important points. Yes, I shall start now. So before we enter into a concept of electric current, we already learned about lightning. So lightning is an electric discharge between two clouds or between cloud and earth. So this electric discharge through air appears to us as an electric spark or lightning. So the battery stores chemical energy and this energy converts into electrical energy and makes the bulb to glow. So normally we use a battery. So the battery which stores the chemical energy, it will convert the it will convert the energy into electrical energy and then makes the bulb to glow. So the material which transfers energy from battery to the bulb is called a conductor, and the material which cannot transfer energy from battery to the bulb is called a non-conductor. So Drude and Lawrence at the beginning of the 20th century proposed that conductors like metals contain a large number of free electrons while the positive ions are fixed in their locations. So మనకి ఓన్లీ కొన్ని మెటీరియల్స్ లో మాత్రమే మనకి ఎలక్ట్రికల్ కండక్టివిటీ అనేది జరుగుతుంది. ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ అనేవి ఫ్లో అవుతాయి, అన్నిట్లోనూ జరగదు. సో అవి ఏంటి అంటే ఆ మెటీరియల్స్ వచ్చేసి మెటల్స్ అన్నమాట. So they found that the metals are good conductors of electricity. The free electrons move randomly in the conductor, and the number of electrons crossing the area of cross section of a conductor from left to right in 1 second is equal to that of electrons passing through the cross section from right to left in 1 second. ఇటు నుంచి ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేవి ఇటు నుంచి ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేవి ఈక్వల్ ఉంటాయి 1 second లో. So it means that net charge moving along a conductor through any cross section is zero when the conductor is in open circuit. Open circuit means when there is no power supply is given. Okay, power supply ఇవ్వనప్పుడు కండక్టర్ లో ర్యాండమ్ గా తిరుగుతూ ఉంటాయి ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్. ఓకే, సో అప్పుడు మనకి ఏమవుతుందంటే నెట్ ఛార్జ్ వచ్చేసి జీరో ఉంటుంది. సో when the current is given, then when the electrons are in ordered motion, కరెంట్ సప్లై చేసినప్పుడు ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ అనేవి ఆర్డర్డ్ మోషన్ లో వెళ్తాయి. సో when the electrons are in ordered motion, there will be a net charge crossing through any cross section of the conductor. This ordered motion of electrons is called electric current. So electric current is ordered motion of charges. Simply to say, it is the ordered motion of charges or flow of electrons. So electric current is defined as the amount of charge crossing any cross section of the conductor in 1 second. So let us consider Q is a charge that is crossing through any cross section of the conductor within a time interval T. Right. So the definition is it is the amount of charge crossing per 1 second. So it is Q by T. Our considered charge is Q and the time interval is T. So it is Q by T. So therefore, electric current is equal to electric charge by time interval. It is denoted by I. Electric current is denoted by I. So I is equals to capital Q by T. Here Q is nothing but charges and T is nothing but the time interval. Coming to the units, SI unit of electric current is ampere, which is denoted by capital A. And the value of 1 ampere is equals to the units of charge is coulomb. Right, 1 coulomb by, it is for 1 second. We are considering for 1 ampere. So it is 1 coulomb by 1 second. Okay. So 1 ampere is equals to 1 coulomb by 1 second, where 1 coulomb value is equals to 6.625 into 10 to the power of 18 electrons. So 1A is equals to 1 C by S, that is coulomb per second. So basically, we measure this electric current using an instrument called ammeter. So ammeter is used to measure electric current. It is always connected in series to the circuit. So the free electrons in the conductor are accelerated towards the positive terminal of the battery. That's why they are moved in specific directions. That means electrons are moved in specific directions because they are connected to the free electrons in the conductor are accelerated towards the positive terminal of the battery. Electrons in the conductor move with a constant average speed. We call the speed as drift speed or drift velocity. Next, coming to electric current. So this drift speed or drift velocity is given as Vd is equals to I by small n q capital A. So the magnitude of the charge is 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. You have to remember this magnitude of electric charge. E is 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. And next, coming to the equation that we have seen for drift velocity, right? I is equals to NQAVD indicates that the values of N and A are positive. The direction of electric current is determined by the signs of the charge Q and drift speed Vd. For electrons, that is negative charges, electrons are negatively charged. Q is negatively charged, the charge is considered to be negative. And Vd is positive, drift velocity is positive. Then the product of Q and Vd is negative. This negative sign shows that the direction of electric current is opposite to the flow of negative charge. So for positive charges, the product of Q and Vd is positive. Hence, the direction of electric current can be taken as the direction of flow of positive charges. Next, coming to the potential difference. So coming to the potential difference, it is the work done by the electric force on unit positive charge to move it through a distance L from A to B is called potential difference between those points. If you consider here, so it is the electric force on unit positive charge, right? On unit positive charge, here this is the charge. So it is the electric force of the unit positive charge to move it through a distance L from A to B is called potential difference. And it is denoted as V, capital V. So it is V is equals to work done, W by Q, which is equals to Fe into L. Here, work done and force into displacement, right? So it is Fe, ikkada force vachesi electric force and it is length L, right? So Fe L by Q. So this potential difference is also called as voltage. So the SI unit of potential difference. I can't hear your voice. Anthony, please check at your end. Is my voice clear, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. It's perfect.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, it is clear.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, please check at your end, Anthony. Okay, thank you, students. This potential difference is also called voltage. So the SI unit of potential difference, coming to the SI unit, it is volt. So the SI unit of voltage is volt and it is denoted by capital V. Here 1 volt is equals to 1 joule by 1 coulomb because it is work by charge, right? So work done by to bring the charge from a point to the another end, right? So it is 1 volt is equals to 1 joule by 1 coulomb. So 1 V is equals to 1 J by C. So in a battery or a cell, a constant potential difference is maintained till the battery is completely discharged. A battery consists of two metal plates, electrodes, and a chemical electrolyte. Two metal plates are called electrodes, and a chemical is electrolyte. The electrolyte chemical between the two metal plates consists of positive and negative ions which move in opposite directions. Next. So when a conducting wire is connected to the terminals of the battery, so if you place the connecting wire at the terminals of the battery, a potential difference is created between the ends of the conductor. This potential difference sets up an electric field throughout the conductor. So the direction of electric field is from positive terminal to negative terminal in the conductor. Next, coming to electromotive force. Electromotive force. So guys, if you are not able to hear through Zoom, you can join through YouTube link, which is posted in the chat box. Electromotive force. It is W by Q is the work done by the chemical force on unit negative charge to move it from positive terminal to negative terminal. This is called EMF. It is electromotive force. So it is denoted by epsilon. This is called as epsilon. Epsilon is equals to omega by Q, W by Q. Work done by charge is equals to FE by Q. So EMF is defined as the work done by the chemical force to move unit positive charge from negative terminal to positive terminal of the battery. So EMF is the work done by the chemical force to move unit positive charge from negative terminal to positive terminal of the battery. A voltmeter is used to measure potential difference or EMF across an electric device like battery. It must be connected in parallel to the electric device to measure the potential difference across the ends of the electric device. Ammeter emo series lo connect cheyali. Voltmeter emo parallel ga connect cheyali. Next, coming to Ohm's law. Next, coming to Ohm's law. So the potential difference between the ends of a conductor is directly proportional to the electric current passing through it at a constant temperature. So if V is the potential difference between the ends of the conductor and I is the current passing through it, so it is directly proportional to the electric current passing through it. So V is proportional to I. Here temperature is constant. So V by I is equals to constant, and this constant is called as resistance of the conductor, which is denoted by capital R. So that is V by I is equals to R, where V is equals to IR. And coming to the SI unit of the resistance, it is ohm, and the symbol you are able to see here. So 1 ohm, that symbol is nothing but ohm. So 1 ohm is equals to 1 volt by 1 ampere. Right, from here you can write. For V, the units are volt, and for I, the units are ampere. So it is 1 volt by 1 ampere is equals to 1 ohm. So Ohm's law materials are classified into two categories. Those which obey Ohm's law are called ohmic materials. So for example, metals, they will pass the current, right? So the metals are called ohmic materials. Those which do not obey Ohm's law are called non-ohmic materials. For example, LEDs are non-ohmic materials. Next, coming to the limitations of Ohm's law. Ohm's law is valid for metal conductors provided the temperature and other physical conditions remain constant. The resistance of the material changes with temperature. Hence, for changing temperature, the VI graph for a conductor will be non-linear. So Ohm's law is not applicable to gaseous conductors. It is also not applicable to semiconductors such as germanium and silicon. Next, the resistance of a conductor is defined as the obstruction to the motion of the electrons in a conductor. The materials which offers resistance to the motion of electrons is called resistor. Next, coming to electric shock. So these important points will be asked in the exam. Next, you will be having questions on this. So please concentrate. Please underline the points. The resistance of a conductor is defined as the obstruction to the motion of electrons in a conductor. The material which offers resistance to the motion of electrons is called resistor. Next, coming to electric shock. The resistance of the human body generally varies from 100 ohms if the body is wet with salt water to 5 lakh ohms if the skin is very dry. The current passing through a body when we touch a live wire of 240 volts is given by I is equals to 240 by 1 lakh is equals to 0.0024 amperes. When this quantities of current flows through the body, the functioning of organs inside the body gets disturbed. This disturbance inside the body is felt as electric shock. 240 volts ఉన్న వైర్ ని మనం ఒకవేళ ముట్టుకుంటే మనకు అప్పుడు కరెంట్ ఇంత 0.0024 ఆంపియర్స్ కరెంట్ మన బాడీలోకి పాస్ అవుతుంది. సో అంత ఆంపియర్స్ పాస్ అయినప్పుడు మనకి ఏంటంటే ఫంక్షనింగ్ ఆర్గన్స్ అనేవి డిస్టర్బ్ అవుతాయి. సో దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ అన్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ షాక్. సో కరెంట్ ఇన్ ఆంపియర్ అండ్ ది ఎఫెక్ట్. సో ప్లీజ్ అండర్లైన్ ది పాయింట్స్. ఇట్ విల్ బి ఆస్క్డ్ ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్. సో 0.01 ampere current, it can be felt. If 0.05 is painful, 0.010 causes involuntary muscle contractions. 0.015 causes loss of muscle control. 0.070 if through the heart causes serious disruption, probably fatal if current lasts for more than 1 second. Next, coming to the multimeter. So a multimeter is an electronic measuring instrument that combines several measurement functions in one unit. Manaki voltmeter, voltage, ampere, resistance అన్ని ఒకటే దాంట్లో ఫంక్షన్ అయ్యేలాగా ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట ఇది. So that's why it is nothing but a multimeter. It is used for electronic measuring. It is a electronic measuring instrument. So digital multimeter displays the measured value in the numericals. You are able to see here, right? మనకి ఇక్కడ 1 అనేది డిస్ప్లే అవుతుంది. So it is a digital multimeter, right? A multimeter has 3 parts. It is having 3 parts. One is display, where you are able to see 1, it is display, and this selection knob. This is nothing but selection knob. The selection knob will allow the user to set the multimeter to read different functions, such as milliamps of current, voltage, and resistance. We can select what we want to measure. And next, coming to this ports. There are 3 ports. The ports, multimeters generally have 2 ports. One is usually labeled as common or ground port. This is where black test lead is connected. This is the ground port. 2 ports are there. One is COM, which is grounded. This port is black, test lead is connected. The other is labeled as MAV ohms port, where the red lead is conventionally plugged in. Next, coming to the warning. Most multimeters can measure AC quantities also, but AC circuits can be dangerous. So measure DC quantities only. AC quantities are nothing but ikkada alternating current. And DC quantities vachesi direct current. So maximum DC current ne manamu measure chestamu. If the multimeter reads 1 or displays 0L, it's overload. Sorry, OL, it's overload. So you have to try. Then you have to try to keep by keeping it in the higher mode, that is 200 kilo ohms or 2 ohms. If the multimeter reads 0.00 or nearly 0, then you need to lower the mode to 2 kilo ohms or 200 ohms. Next, coming to the length of the conductor and resistance. So the resistance of a conductor is directly proportional to its length for a constant potential difference. So the resistance R is directly proportional to the length of the conductor. It is at the constant temperature and cross-sectional area. Next, coming to the cross-section area and resistance. This cross-section area and resistance are inversely proportional to each other at a constant temperature and length of the conductor. So R is equals to rho L by A, where rho is a proportionality constant and it is also called as specific resistance or resistivity, which depends on the temperature and nature of the material whereas the resistance of the conductor depends on nature of material, temperature, and geometrical factors like length, cross-sectional area of the conductor. So SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. Reciprocal of resistivity is called conductivity. This is sigma. 1 second, students. So please underline, students, underline చేసుకోండి. ఈ పాయింట్స్ అన్ని అండర్లైన్ చేసుకోండి. నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ అడుగుతాను, అప్పుడు మీరు ఆన్సర్ చేయడానికి ఈజీగా అవుతుంది. ప్లీజ్ అండర్లైన్ దీస్ పాయింట్స్. సో వాల్యూస్ ఆఫ్ మెటీరియల్ డిటర్మైన్ దేర్ కండక్టివిటీ. Metals with low resistivity behave as good conductors. Values of resistivity of insulators are very high of order of 10 to the power of 14 to 10 to the power of 16 ohm meter. Idi underline cheskondi. Please everyone underline. Okay, ma'am. Okay, Ashwin. Thank you. So please underline, everyone underline the points. Values of resistivity of insulators are very high of order of 10 to the power of 14 to 10 to the power of 16 ohm meter. The resistivity of materials such as silicon and germanium are 10 to the power of 5 to 10 to the power of 10 times more than that of the metals, but 10 to the power of 15 to 10 to the power of 16 times less than that of the insulators. So between metals and insulators on the cavity, such materials which ranges between metals and insulators are nothing but semiconductors. So basically we use the semiconductors to prepare the diodes, transistors, and integrated circuits, which are electronic components. Next, coming to electric circuits. A closed path created by the conducting wires through a battery along which electrons can flow is called a circuit. Here in this circuit, we can also use an electric switch, which will make the circuit open or closed circuit. Open circuit unte manaki current anedi flow avvadu. Closed circuit unte appudu current anedi flow అవుతుంది. So open or closed to either cut off or allow current flow through the circuit. Circuits may have more than one device, which are called as components, that receives electrical energy from the source. So this in the circuit, components are connected in series. That means it is a single path for flow of electrons between the terminals. ఒకటే path ఉంటుంది. If they are connected in parallel, అప్పుడు branches గా డివైడ్ అవుతుంది కదా parallel అంటే. So separate path అనేది ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట for the flow of electrons. Suppose if the series connection of resistors, if you consider the series connection of resistors, firstly, the sum of the potential difference of the bulbs, you are able to see here the bulbs which are connected in the series. So bulb is equal to the potential difference across the combination of the resistors. So it is V is equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3 after applying the Ohm's law. Yes. So next, coming to equivalent resistance. Equivalent resistance ante in the series connection, the current is equal to 1 because it is only single path for the flow of electrons. So if the current drawn by a resistor is equal to the current drawn by the combination of resistors, then the resistor is called as equivalent resistor. So drawn by resistor, different, if there are 3 resistors R1, R2, R3, so each resistor nunchi draw the current drawn from the each resistor is equal to the drawn by the combination of resistors, అంటే total resistors, మొత్తం resistors combine గా తీసుకొని current ఎంత draw అవుతుందో చూస్తే, then it is nothing but the equivalent resistor, which is given as R equivalent is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3. This is the main formula for the series combination of resistors. You have to remember, please underline the points. Using this, you have to solve some problems. Next, coming to parallel connection of resistors. Parallel connection ante branches ga divide avutundi mana current flow anedi. So the current drawn from the battery is equal to the sum of individual currents. So I is equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3. So then our resistor equivalent resistance is equals to 1 by R equivalent is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Enduku 1 by R ante current and resistors are inversely proportional, right? If you apply the Ohm's law, this is the procedure. I think you have already done this in the theory part. So just remember this for this objective part. So R equivalent is equals to R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. The equivalent resistance of a parallel combination is less than the resistance of each of the resistors. Next, coming to Kirchhoff's law. The two important laws are, first one is junction law. At any junction point in a circuit where the current can divide, the sum of the currents into the junction must be equal to the sum of the currents leaving the junction. This means that there is no accumulation of electric charges at any junction in a circuit. Ikkada manaki junction దగ్గర ఎక్కడ charges store అవ్వవు, right? So the current that is coming into the junction should be equal to the current going out of the junction. So if you see from the figure 23, this figure, I1 plus I4 plus I6 is equals to I5 plus I2 plus I3. So this law is based on the conservation of charge. Next, coming to loop law. The algebraic sum of the increases and decreases in the potential difference across various components of the circuit in a closed circuit loop must be 0. This law is based on conservation of energy. And this in this loop law, we are having some conventions, sign conventions. This is very, very important. Please underline. The algebraic sum of changes. The algebraic sum of changes in potential difference is equal to 0. This is the loop law. So coming to the sign convention, if the EMF of the battery is taken as negative, when we move from positive terminal to negative terminal across the battery, మనం positive terminal to negative terminal calculate తీసుకుంటే అప్పుడు EMF of the battery should be negative. If it is taken as positive when we move across the battery from negative terminal to positive terminal. The potential difference across the resistor is taken as negative when we move along the direction of electric current through the resistor. If it is taken as positive, here potential difference, right? So potential difference is taken as positive when we move against the direction of electric current through the resistor. Please underline these points. EMF of the battery is taken as negative when we move from positive to negative terminal across the battery, and it is taken as positive when you move from negative to positive terminal of the battery. And potential difference across the resistor is taken as negative when we move along the direction of electric current through the resistor, and it is taken as positive when we move against the direction of electric current through the resistor. Next, coming to electric power. So electric power, it is defined as P is equals to I square R or V square by R, or we can write P is equals to VI, can also be used to know the power that can be extracted from a battery or any source. So the modified equation is P is equals to VI as P is equals to epsilon I. As I have said, epsilon is the EMF of the battery. So please underline. And 1 kilowatt, the units of power is watt. So for 1 kilowatt, kilowatt is the bigger unit. 1 kilowatt is equals to 1000 watts, which is 1000 joules per second. And the unit of electric power consumption is equal to 1 kilowatt hour, which is equals to 3.6 into 10 to the power of 6 joules. So with this, the revision is completed. Now, I would like to invite Arun sir to take a test.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, students. Happy Ugadi to everyone. So let's begin test. But before the test, I would like to inform you something about the career guidance session. మీకు career guidance session గురించి తెలిసింది కదా? ఎంతమందికి తెలిసింది career guidance session గురించి? Type yes in the chat box. Career guidance session. Thank you, Sarvesh. Happy Ugadi. Yes, so career guidance session గురించి ఏంటంటే we will put you in touch with top-notch people in the industry. కొంతమంది ఇంజనీర్ కావాలని అనుకుంటున్నారు, డాక్టర్స్ అనుకుంటున్నారు, కొంతమంది సైంటిస్ట్ అన్నారు. So to fulfill your dreams, we will guide you how to take that path. Also from after 10th to your engineering. So important step is intermediate in between. అయితే దాంట్లో మేము గైడ్ చేస్తాము. సో కెరియర్ గైడెన్స్ సెషన్ ఇస్ ఓన్లీ ఫర్ ద వన్స్ హు హావ్ రిజిస్టర్డ్ చేయలేదు స్టూడెంట్స్, రిజిస్టర్ చేయకుంటే రిజిస్టర్ చేసుకోండి. ఫర్ ఎనీ క్వెరీస్ యూ ప్లీజ్ వాట్సాప్ టు ద నంబర్ 9642215227. We'll put you in touch with the required formalities. కానీ రిజిస్టర్ చేసుకోవాలి. మీరు రిజిస్టర్ చేసుకున్న వాళ్ళకే లింక్ పంపిస్తాము. కెరియర్ గైడెన్స్ సెషన్ గురించి రిజిస్టర్ చేసుకుంటేనే ఆ సెషన్లో మీకు లింక్ పంపిస్తాను. ఆల్ రైట్, సో ప్లీజ్ డోంట్ ఫర్గెట్ టు రిజిస్టర్. Yeah, surely we'll guide you all through your career. Don't worry. Intermediate is the most important link between your career and 10th. You please put your WhatsApp, send a WhatsApp link, send a WhatsApp message to the number 96422152227. We will forward you how to register and everything. All right. That's a very important session, students. One of a kind. Don't miss it. All right, let's begin the test now. Here is the first question, students. When a copper wire is connected to a battery, the electric field in the wire is more at positive terminal, more at negative terminal, not uniform in the wire, uniform in the wire. Quickly type the answer in the chat box. Sorry. I want everyone to answer, students. Under participate cheyandi. I'm telling you again and again, participate cheste, attempt cheste, confidence perugutundi, which is very important for any competitive exam. All right, I'm getting the answers, but I'm getting mixed response. And please underline this points whichever madam has beautifully walked you through this whole chapter. That is very helpful for revision. అది ఒకసారి చూసుకుంటే కూడా ఆన్సర్ చేయొచ్చు. అన్ని ఇంపార్టెంట్ పాయింట్ అక్కడ కవర్ అయిపోయినాయి స్టూడెంట్స్. Let's look at the key. It is uniform in the wire. Electric field is uniform in the wire. So most of the answers are correct, but few answers have written as 1, which is wrong, students. Tappu poina, no problem. It is not wrong to go wrong. All right. It is okay. It's absolutely okay. Kani correct cheskoli. Tappu pote correct cheskondi, students. Not a problem at all. This practice session. Exam కాదు. Practice session లో తప్పు పోతేనే అడ్వాంటేజ్ ఉంటుంది. మీరు కరెక్ట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. Let's go for the next one. Usage of fuse in a circuit prevents from power cut, overload, short circuit, none of the above. So what is the purpose of a fuse, students? Fuse. Okay, I'm getting consistent response again, but a couple of students are answered different response. 3, 2, okay, overload. Good, I'm getting almost all responses, but I want few are still remaining. Around 10 students are still remaining, not answering. Please participate in this session. Okay, if at all you have got queries, you please message to the WhatsApp number. We will again get back to this you, and we may design a new session for you to understand everything again. All right, so don't worry if at all you don't understand any part of it. We can redesign this session again, conduct it again. All right, don't worry, but let us know what is your query, what's your doubt. WhatsApp number ki message cheseyandi. All right, 964221615227. All right. Okay, that's Mr. Student. All right, Mr. Student, nice name. All right, let's look at the key. It's overload, students. Overload is absolutely right. 2 is absolutely right, students. కొంతమంది 3 చెప్పారు, షార్ట్ సర్క్యూట్ కాదు. ఓకే, చాట్ బాక్స్ లో కెరియర్ గైడెన్స్ సెషన్ ది లింక్ కూడా పెట్టారు. Okay, fill up the form. Let's go for the next one, students. Don't miss out the career guidance session, student. It's really helpful in your career. It's a make or break moment. మీరు అటెండ్ చేస్తే your career is made. Fuse prevents a circuit from overloading, students. All right, next one is the SI unit of potential difference is potential difference units ఏంటి? Coulomb, volt, ampere, none of the above. I'll give you 5 seconds. I want everyone to shoot the answers in 5 seconds. 20, 25, good. 35, 40, 35. 5 seconds more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll release the key. Okay, almost everyone has got it right, but still few students have gone wrong. It is not one student. Coulomb is the unit of charge, ampere is the unit of current, volt is the unit of potential difference. All right, Coulomb is for charge, ampere is for current, volt is for potential difference. Correct చేసుకోండి students. తప్పు పోతే correct చేసుకోండి. Absolutely not a problem. What is important is making an attempt is important, and you are doing it. I appreciate. Let's go for the next one. Direction of electric current and direction of electrons in the conductor are same direction, perpendicular to each other, opposite to each other, none of the above. Pretty simple, students. తొందరగా ఆన్సర్ చేయండి. Okay, same direction. 3, opposite direction. Okay. Thankfully, no is answering too. Good. You have a confusion between 1 and 3 students. Let's look at the key. It is 3 students. 3 is absolutely right. Electronic current is in this direction. Conventional current is in opposite direction, students. Electric current direction, మనం conventional current positive charges direction లో తీసుకుంటాము. Direction of electrons is opposite to direction of electric current, conventional current. All right, 3 is absolutely right. Series connection of resistors. If one of the resistors breaks down, then circuit is open and no current flows in the circuit. Current increases in other circuits, other resistors, sorry. Current remains the same in other resistors. Current decreases in other resistors a little. So what do you think happens? Series connection lo oka resistor break అయిపోతే what happens to the circuit with the current flow? Okay, 1 1 1 1 1 2. I'm getting 3 as well. Okay, think about parallel circuit also, students. Contrast this with a parallel connection. Think what happens in both the things, both the connections. Let's look at the key. 1 is absolutely right, students. 4 kaadu, 3 kaadu. All right, students have answered 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Make a note of it. ఎక్కడ తప్పుపోతున్నారో నోట్ చేసుకోండి స్టూడెంట్స్. ఇట్స్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ దట్ యు కరెక్ట్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్. కరెక్ట్ చేయకుంటే ది ఎఫర్ట్ అంతా వేస్ట్ అయిపోతుంది. మీది మాది అందరిది ఎఫర్ట్ వేస్ట్ అయిపోతుంది. అండ్ దిస్ ఎఫర్ట్ ఇస్ ఆల్ ఫర్ యువర్ గుడ్. మీ ఎగ్జామ్ కోసమే మనం చేస్తున్నాం కదా, ఇది కరెక్ట్ చేసుకోండి. ఆల్ రైట్, లెట్స్ గో ఫర్ ది నెక్స్ట్ వన్. The graph between potential difference V and electric current I in a circuit for ohmic conductor is it a parabola, a circle, a straight line, or a curved line? This has to be a perfect right answer, students. ఇక్కడ తప్పు వెళ్ళొద్దు, తప్పు పోవద్దు. Pardon my Telugu students, I'm sorry. All right, I'm getting a consistent response here. Good. 3. Okay, one of the students has answered 4, a curved line. For ohmic conductor. Ohmic conductor, students. Make a note. Ohmic conductor. It's a straight line. Straight line is absolutely right. 3 is absolutely right. Please correct yourself. Look at the next one. Multimeter can be used to measure current, voltage, resistance, all the above. A multimeter, as the name suggests, it's a multimeter. Okay, a consistent response again. One of the students has answered 1. Okay. Let's look at the key. It's all of the above, students. It's all the above. Because a multimeter can measure both in different modes, current, voltage, and resistance can measure all the 3. All right, it's a multimeter, multifunction. Let's look at the next one. Here is a junction law. A question on junction law. Here is a diagram showing the incoming currents and outgoing currents. You have to find the value of X. The currents are X amperes, 6 amperes, 2 amperes, 5 amperes, 5 amperes, and 8 amperes. So find the value of X. Take pen and paper, students. It will require pen and paper. You can do it orally, but don't take risk in doing it orally. Orally kuda cheyochu gaani cheyakandi atla. Pen and paper తీసుకొని work it out. Okay, let's look at the key and solution. Key is 5 amperes and solution goes like this, students. 6 and 4 and X are incoming currents. 6, that's 4 amperes. And 2, 5, and 8 are outgoing currents. 2, 5, and 8 are outgoing currents. Okay, so there is a mistake in this diagram, students. My bad. There's a mistake in the diagram. But the point is, sum of currents into the junction should be equal to sum of the current leaving the junction. Okay, that's the whole point. According to Kirchhoff's current law, sum of the currents into the junction should be equal to sum of the currents leaving the junction. So you just sum all the currents which are coming into the junction, equate them to all the currents leaving the junction. Sum of the currents leaving the junction. Let's go for the next one, students. The current in a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference between its ends. This is called, which law is it? Faraday's law, Kirchhoff's law, Ohm's law, Newton's law. Okay, consistent response again. Current in a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference between its ends. Sarvesh says 3 so many times, which still means the same. It's 3. All right. Okay. What's your answer, Chetan? I didn't get your answer. Chetan, I didn't get your answer. Yeah, 3. 3 is, let's see, 3 is correct or not. 3 is absolutely right, students. Yes, Chetan, you're right. 3 is right. Please mention your answer, students, because if you mention something else, I'll be confused about what your answer is and what you're wanting to say. Let's go for the next one. Which of the following is the equation for the given circuit as per Kirchhoff's loop law? Loop law prakaram, equation out of 4 options, A equation is correct. A equation correct lead law for the given loop. Be careful with the loop law, students. Convention sarika vadali leeru. Okay, I'm getting mixed response here, 1 and 4. Okay. See, you're getting confused between 1 and 4, right? So let's sort this problem properly. Student, when I go from, okay, put the answers. Good. We'll still give you 5 seconds. After that, I'll release the key. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is absolutely right. 4 is absolutely right, students. Let's see how. See, the convention would be, if I go from higher potential to lower potential, I can take it as positive or negative. It depends. So you can either take it as whatever convention you take, maintain that convention throughout the problem. I can take higher to lower as positive, then lower to higher becomes negative. So as the current is in this direction, clockwise, as I go from here, this terminal to this terminal of the 3 ohms resistor, there's a drop in potential. So that I've taken as positive 3i. And here I come from lower potential to the higher potential, which is negative. So negative 12. So 3i minus 12 equal to 0 is the equation for the loop law. Some of the voltage differences around this circuit is 0. So the convention we have taken here is higher potential to lower potential is positive. Lower potential to higher potential is negative. You can take the otherwise also. You'll get the same answer. Convention will not change your answer. All right. Convention will not change the physics of the problem. Yeah, that's what. Sarvesh, yours is also right. See, if you transpose this 12 to the right-hand side, you'll get 12 minus 3i equal to 0. So your answer is also right, Sarvesh. That's what I'm trying to make the point. Convention will not change the answer. Sarvesh, your convention is also right. But my convention was opposite to your convention. Sarvesh convention was, you have taken lower potential to higher potential as positive, whereas higher potential to lower potential negative. That's why you got plus 12 minus 3i. But in my case, I've taken higher potential to lower potential as positive and lower potential to higher potential is negative. Convention could be anything. Yeah, some algebraic sum, students. It's algebraic sum. All right, it's not just the sum. I cannot write 3i plus 12. It is 3i, drop in potential, and rise in potential, which is minus 12. Convention for my rise in potential is minus 12 equal to 0. So algebraic sum is equal to 0. All right, clear? Sarvesh, is it clear? Your answer is absolutely right. It's 12 minus 3i equal to 0 is also right. All right, let's go for the next one. All right, good, Sarvesh. In the circuit given below, the equivalent resistance is 10 ohms. Find the value of R. So equivalent resistance of this combination is 10 ohms. You have to find the value of R, unknown resistance R. How do you do it? Again, pen and paper. Series parallel combination. Don't depend on memory, students. Okay, if at all you have seen the problem before, be careful. Don't depend on memory. Work it out. Use simple series parallel combination concept. Okay, Sandhya says 16. Tarani says 4. No answers are slower. Good. We are working it out. Sarvesh says 3. 7 ohms. Sindhusha says 3. Rachana says 2. Yogita says 4. Mixed response again. You might be going wrong in calculation, students. Again, I tell you, there are two aspects of any problem. Physics of the problem, math of the problem. You are all good at physics of the problem. You are always going wrong in math of the problem. Calculations తప్పు అక్కడ తప్పు కావద్దు. All right? If you're wrong in math, your whole problem will be wrong. Your whole answer will be wrong. No one can help you in that. Your physics has to be strong, but maths has to be equally strong. Only then you won't go wrong. Okay, let's look at the key. 7 is absolutely right, students. So, Sampath, Pranati, fast, Monica, Manohar, Rohini, Nikhil are all right. Sampath is right. Manohar is right. Sai Charan is right. Ashwin is right. Sanjay is right. Sanjay has written 7 ohms. That's right. Absolutely right. Let's look at the solution, students. Look at this. First, 4 and 12 are in parallel. That combination is in series with R. So what is parallel of 4 and 12? 12 times 4 by 12 plus 4. 48 by 16, which is 3 ohms. So R is 3 ohms. Sorry, combination of 4 and 12 is 3 ohms. Now this 3 ohms is in series with capital R. So 3 plus R is equal to 10. So R is equal to 7. Is it clear? Let's go for the next one, students. A bulb is marked 60 watts and 240 volts. Find the resistance in the bulb. Again, physics of the problem, math of the problem. Be careful when you do math. Your physics seems to be strong, but be careful with the math. Malesh, 10 was this one, students. 10 was the equivalent resistance, which was given as 10. So 3 plus unknown R is equal to 10. All right. If at all you have got query, please go to YouTube channel later and revisit the whole session. All right, look at this answer. The key is 960 ohms. Here's the solution, students. R is V square by P, or V square by R is power, which is 240 square by 60 square. Sorry, 60, which is equal to 960 ohms. Pretty simple. Formula-based question, students. Direct your answers to Jet Arun, students. Direct your answers to Arun, Jet Arun. All right, I'm not getting all the responses. I'm getting around 40 to 50 responses. I want all the responses. All right, let's go for the next one. 4 ohms, 8 ohms in R, resistors are connected in series. Resultant resistance is 20 ohms. Then R is equal to how much? It's in series, students. This is actually an oral question, but I want you to work it out using pen and paper. Be careful. I want one single answer, one correct answer. Okay. Still, a couple of students have gone wrong. Few students have gone wrong, not just a couple of students. Few students have gone wrong. More than a few students have gone wrong. Student series combination name of the 4, 8, and R. So 4 plus 8 plus R is equal to 20. So 12 plus R is equal to 20. R is equal to 8 ohms. This is the way. Look at this. 4 plus 8 plus R is equal to 20. Right hand side is 20. Equivalent is 20. So 4 plus 8 plus R is 20. 12 plus R is 20. R is equal to 12. 20 minus 12, which is 8 ohms. All right, pretty simple. Numericals లో తప్పకపోతే మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసుకోండి స్టూడెంట్స్. I feel you are going wrong in just the calculations. Draw a fine line between physics and math of the problem. Physics వచ్చేస్తే కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ డెవలప్ అవుతుంది, కానీ మ్యాథ్స్ రాంగ్ పోతే ఆ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ మొత్తం షాటర్ అయిపోతుంది. Let's go for the next one. The alloy made of copper, manganese, and nickel is magnesium, magnet, manganese, magma. Memory based question, students. Okay, getting answers. Manganese 3, 3. Okay, let's look at the key. It's manganese, students. 3 is absolutely right. 2 is wrong, students. 2 is wrong. 3 is absolutely right. All right, let's go for the next one. Okay, here is given the percentages. If your memory is good enough, you can also remember these percentages. Manganese is 84% of copper, 12% manganese, 4% nickel. All right, let's go for the next one. Conductivity is inverse of resistance, inverse of current, inverse of potential, inverse of resistivity. Okay. See, I'm getting a wrong answer here also. Your concept is not clear, students. తప్పకపోతే correct చేసుకోండి. Inverse of resistivity 1, 1, 1. Inverse of resistance also. Okay, let's look at the answer, students. It's resistivity. Its conductivity is inverse of resistivity, students. Here, sigma is equal to 1 by rho, where rho is resistivity. Conductivity is equal to inverse of resistivity. All right? Note చేసుకోండి. తప్పకపోతే note చేసుకోండి. It's absolutely not a problem. You don't have to worry about that you're going wrong, but worry only when you're not correcting your mistake. అప్పుడు worry కావాలి. Let's go for the next one. Force times length by charge is equal to which quantity? Force times length. That's work done. Work done by charge is what? Current, potential, resistance, capacity. Capacity, concept of capacity in college students are the intermediate law of the Miko. So you can select among these 3: potential, current, and resistance. Force times length by charge is what? Potential, current, or resistance? I'm getting a mixed response, students. Consistent response రావట్లేదు. 1, 2, 1, 2 ఆన్సర్ చేస్తున్నారు. మళ్ళీ చెప్తున్నాను, మీరు తప్పుపోతే తప్పేం లేదు, కానీ కరెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి. That's the whole intention behind this session. మీ మిస్టేక్స్ కరెక్ట్ చేయడానికి సెషన్, ప్రాక్టీస్ సెషన్, so that in exam you are confidently right there. Okay, let's look at the key. It's potential, students. Work done by unit charge is potential. All right, let's go for the next one. A current through a conductor is 2 amperes. When there is a potential difference of 10 between its ends, its resistance is, that's 10 volts, students. All right, a current through a conductor is 2 amperes. When there is a potential difference of 10 volts between its ends, its resistance is. Which law would you use? Which law would you use, students, for this, to answer this question, to apply? Excellent, Sacharan, excellent. Ohm's law. Okay, excellent. Which other law? Can you use any other law? No, right? Excellent, Sampath. You have given the equation also. Good. Okay, so what is the V is equal to IR, right? Right. So let's look at the key. 5 ohms, and the equation is V is equal to IR, R is equal to V by I, 10 by 2, which is 5 ohms. Pretty simple. Dividing this into physics and math, V is equal to IR is the physics, 10 by 2 is math, 5 ohms, pretty simple math. All right, so no chance of going wrong in math of the problem, students, but physics is, you have to apply Ohm's law for this problem. Yes, Ronnie, you're right. V is equal to IR. All right, let's go ahead. Which of the following relation is correct regarding potential difference? You put a potential difference when I'm choosing force times length by charge or something like that we have just now seen. Same question asked in a different way. అది 2020 లో అడిగారు 22 లో అడిగారు ఇది 2020 లో అడిగారు. So questions, if you once cover previous year questions, the pattern is repeating. Questions are repeating but in a different way. Okay, consistent response now 1 1 1. I'm getting different answers as well. Okay, let's look at the key. 1 is absolutely right, students. I really appreciate the ones who have answered 1. Ashwin, it's absolutely right. Force times length by charge is potential. Yes, absolutely right. Absolutely right, Rohini. Good, let's go ahead. So potential difference is equal to work by charge, force times displacement by charge, F times L by Q, which is FL by Q. Let's go for the next one. 3 conductors having resistance values 2, 3, and 4 are connected in parallel. ఇంతకుముందు సిరీస్ చూసాము, ఇప్పుడు parallel చూస్తున్నారు. Find the equivalent resistance. So you have got a standard formula. 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. I have told you the physics of the problem. All you have to do is carefully the math of the problem. ఇప్పుడు తప్పు పోకూడదు. Okay, you should not go wrong now because I've told you the formula also. Please work it out, students. Please work it out. I should not get responses immediately now. If at all I'm getting responses immediately, that would only mean that you're not doing using pen and paper. Okay. 13 by 12. 12 by 13 is also an option. 20 ohm is an option. 9 ohm is an option. Okay. Let's look at the key. 4th is absolutely right. Veda, Shivani, Veda, Shivani, Veda. Just a second. Manohar. Taruni, 3. Rachana, 2. No, students. Let us look at the solution also. You will require the solution. See, if formula correct వచ్చిందా మీకు అందరికి? ఈ formula అందరికి correct వచ్చిందా? If you got this formula right, please type yes in the chat box. This is very important. ఎక్కడ తప్పు పోతున్నారో అది ఐడెంటిఫై చేయడం చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ స్టూడెంట్స్. ఈ ఫార్ములా కరెక్ట్ వచ్చిందా? టైప్ yes in the chat box. The ones who got wrong answer, please type yes in the chat box. ఈ కరెక్ట్ ఫార్ములా కరెక్ట్ వచ్చిందంటే type yes in the chat box. Yeah, so formula is right. So many yeses. All right. But then you have gone wrong in the calculation. That's what I'm telling you. Math and physics. Math wrong పోతే మొత్తం ఆన్సర్ రాంగ్ అయిపోతుంది. సో మీరు క్యాల్కులేషన్ లో తప్పు వెళ్తున్నారు. కేర్ఫుల్ ఉండాలి స్టూడెంట్స్. కేర్ఫుల్ గా చేయాలి. జస్ట్ 2 steps కదా. పేషెంట్లీ చేయండి. All right. Let's look at the next one. All right. Here is the circuit. You have to find out X, unknown resistance X. The current is given as 3 amperes. Battery is of 15 volts. Potential difference, creating a potential difference of 15 volts. One known resistor is 2 ohms. The other unknown resistance is X. You have to find out X. Please use pen and paper. Okay. Okay, I've already shown the key. My bad. I've already shown the key, students. All right. Anyways, I want you to understand the problem. Here. All right. Can you write loop law for this one? Write the loop law equation quickly and mention in the chat box, students. Write the loop law quickly. I'll give you 5 seconds. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes. Yeah. So loop law is okay. Right on the custom on the show, but I'm getting some answers for loop law. So convention you're taking is minus lower to higher is plus 15, minus 2 into 3, minus 3 into x. All right, let's look at the key. Yes, same convention he has taken, students. Good. Good, Ashwin. But Ashwin, look at your key. Look at your calculation, Ashwin. It's there where you've gone wrong. 15, which is going from lower potential to higher potential, so plus 15, minus 2 into I, minus x into I is equal to 0. That's the loop law. Here the convention is lower potential to higher potential is positive, higher potential to lower potential is negative. So when I cross the resistors, I'm going from higher to lower, from this point to this point, across 2, from this point to this point, across x. So then drop in potential. Whenever there is a drop in potential, I'm taking it as negative in this problem. So it's just a convention. Other student can take the reverse convention and get to the same answer. Rest is just math, students. 15 minus 3 into 2, minus 3x is equal to 0. 15 minus 6, minus 3x is equal to 0. 3x is equal to 9. X is equal to 9 by 3. X is equal to 3 ohms. First equation is physics of the problem. Rest is just math. All right, loop law cheste meeku remaining answer. Careful unte vachestund answer. Let's look at the next one. The power delivered by a battery of EMF 20 volts is 40 watts. Then current delivered by the battery is. Quick answer, students. Formula based question. Please work it out quickly. Okay, Taruni, you have a confusion in 1 and 2. What's the formula you have used, Taruni? Okay, I'm getting mixed response again. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. All right, let's look at the key, students. P is 2 amperes. 2 amperes is absolutely right. And here is how it goes. P is equal to V into I. Physics of the problem. I is equal to P by V, 40 by 20, which is 2 amperes. 40 by 20 is math. Very simple math. 21s, 22s, 2 amperes. All right, students, let us continue with even more interesting English session. I request Gayatri ma'am to take over, ma'am.
Thank you very much, sir. Very
Thank you,
good
ma'am.
evening, students. Let me share the screen. All right. Very good evening, students. Happy Ugadi to you all once again. So let us continue yesterday's active, passive, and the general expression forms. All right. So let's quickly start with yesterday we finished till 14th one. Yes, today we'll continue with the 15th. All right. Yes. So supporters of the leading power doctrine often argue rightly that India must be more forthright and articulate in expression its position on issues. So yesterday, exactly we left with this. So it cannot be articulate in expression. It should be in expressing its position, right? All right. So let's continue with the next one. So I want the answers from everyone. Read the question. Even English carries equal marks, 50 marks. All right. Yes. So take a notebook and a pen or a pencil. So supposing you feel any sentence is either active or passive is little difficult, you can quickly note down and you can revise. All right. So I like him, right? So this is active voice. How do you convert from active to passive? Is it he was liked by me, or he is being liked by me, or he was being liked by me, or he is liked by me? All right. So it shouldn't require much time. So give me your answers in the chat box. Let me see how many are giving. Yes, I'm getting the answers. Rakesh, Gayatri, Srivarshini, Anthony. All right. So many says the option to be B, and few says A, and few says D. Yes, he is liked by me. So I like him. So he is liked by me. All right. See the next question. Alexander expected to conquer the world. So 4 options are given. The first option is it was expected by Alexander that he should conquer the world, or it was expected by Alexander that he would conquer the world, or it was expected by Alexander that he will conquer the world. Or the fourth option, it had been expected by Alexander that he would conquer the world. All right, give me your answers. Is it A, B, C, or D, or 1, 2, 3, or 4? See, the option is mentioned A, B, C, D, no? So please don't write 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So many says option B. All right, let's see. Yes, it is B. Perfect. It was expected by Alexander that he would conquer the world. Excellent, students. See the next question. She begins her day with a cup of coffee, right? So is it her day is being begin with a cup of coffee? Her day is begin with a cup of coffee. A cup of coffee is beginning her day, or a cup of coffee has begun her day. Yes, it's a very simple answer. So is it being begin or is begin? Right? So let me see how many are going to give me the right answer. Yes. Sign is giving me an option. It could be ma'am C or D. You should give me the answers exactly. Isn't it? So Gautami, Yogita, Gayatri, Chetan, Sai Charan. Okay. So many says it is option B. Yes, it is option B. Her day is begin with a cup of coffee. Excellent. Next. Cocoa is bitter when it is tasted. So cocoa is bitter. Cocoa tastes bitter. Cocoa's taste is bitter, or cocoa tasted bitter. Yes, simple sentence, but you really need to think and then give me the answer. How many have started giving me the answers? Let me see. See, the sentence is very simple, but you have to think before you click the option. All right. So Rohini, Srivardhan, Vasala, Sarvesh, Chetan, Taruni. Okay. Srisha, Gautami, Sandhya. All right. So there's a mixed answer that is coming from you. So it is the answer is cocoa tastes bitter. So this is the active voice. All right. See the next question. A great man acknowledged me as a flatter to him. All right. So before you read the sentence, you should understand the sentence, isn't it? So I have just written the meaning of that for you to understand. So it is like say good things about the person or to please him. Usually what do you mean by flatter? We say, no, don't flatter me. Means what? Don't talk about too much good things about me so that, I feel very flattered. All right. So how do you convert this to passive? 4 options are given. I was acknowledged by a great man to be flatter. Or I was acknowledged by a great man to have been a flatter. Or I am acknowledged as a flatterer by a great man, or I was acknowledged as a flatterer to a great man. Yes. Let me see how many are giving. My God, it's really pouring. Many say C. And few D's. Let's see. The answer is C. Excellent. I'm acknowledged as a flatterer by a great man. Very good, students. I cannot read all the time, all the names, because we still have few more slides to go. All right. See the next question. Let us help him. All right. So active voice to be converted into passive. Let him help us. Let he is helped. Let he be helped. Let him be helped by us. Very simple. Only 10 students have given me the answer. Taruni, Sandhya, Gayatri. All right. It's still pouring. Everybody says option D. Yes, perfect. Excellent. Let him be helped by us, because it says let us help him, isn't it? Yes, good. See the next question. Can those happy moments be ever forgotten by me? So 4 options. Can I ever forget those happy moments? Or can I ever forget those happy moments? First and second are the same option, isn't it? All right. See the third one. Will I ever forget those happy moments? Or the fourth one, could I ever forget those happy moments? Let me see. The answers must have come. All right. Many. Taruni, Gautami, Gayatri, Anthony. All right. For this also, many says option 4 as the answer. Let's see. Yes, it is. Could I ever forget those happy moments? Very good. Because can should be converted. It gets converted into could. Very good, students. Yes. See the next question. You have to do this immediately. All right. So this is active. How can you put this into passive? This has been done by you immediately, or this is being done by you immediately, or this was being done by you immediately, or this has to be done by you immediately. Very simple, clear question, clear answer. All right, let me see. Yes, Gayatri, Vasala, Sandhya. All right, I'm very happy. Everybody are giving me the same correct answer, which is D. This has to be done by you. Perfect. Excellent. See the next question. The laborers were digging a canal. All right. So a canal is being digged by the laborers. A canal was dug by the laborers. A canal was being dug by the laborers. A canal has been dug by the laborers. Give me the answers. Very simple. Taruni, Yogita, Harshita, Anthony, Srisha, Gayatri, many more. There's a tug of war between C and B, isn't it? So why you're getting confused, I don't know. See, the question says the laborers were digging, which means the thing is not done. It is still being done, isn't it? So it is apt that you use being. All right. So, and where? So it is a past. So you cannot put is. So a canal was being dug by the laborers. Very good to those who have given me the right answers. All right, let's move on to the next question. The watchman switched on the lights before it began to grow dark. 4 options. The lights were only switched on before it began to grow dark. The second option, the lights are being switched on before it began to grow dark. The lights were being switched on by the grow dark, or the lights were switched on by the watchman before it began to grow dark. Yes, it's a very simple question and a very straightforward answer. Let me see how many are giving me your answers. My God, as usual, many, almost all are giving me the answers. Excellent. And everybody unanimously says it is option D, and it is right. Perfect. So the answer is the lights were being switched on by the watchman before it began to grow dark. All right, see the next question. Where do you keep the current magazines? 4 options. Where were the current magazines kept? Where have the current magazines been kept? Where are the current magazines being kept? Where are the current magazines kept by you? All right. So give me your answers very quickly. So let me see how many are giving me the right answers. All right. Let me see. Almost many. All right. Very good. Excellent. So almost many says option 4. Yes. Let's see. Should be. Yes, it is. Where are the current magazines kept by you? Perfect. Excellent, students. Almost all gave me the answers. Good. See the next question. She will be rewarded for her kind deed. So, how do you convert this? Her kind deed will reward her, or her kind deed will have rewarded her, or her kind deed will be her reward, or her kind deed will have been her reward. Let's see the answers. All right, so many says D and B. All right, let's see the answer. It is A. Her kind deed will reward her. See, the question is very simple. She will be rewarded for her kind deed. So her kind deed will reward her. All right. See the next question. God gives us happiness. So 4 options. Happiness is being given by God. Happiness is being given to us by God. Happiness has been given by God, or happiness will be given by God. All right. So let's see. Many says option A, B, C. A mixed answer, but unanimously, I got the answer as A. Excellent. Happiness is given by God. Excellent. See the next question. The gardener ought to water the plants daily. So the plants have been watered daily by the gardener. The plants ought to water daily by the gardener, or the plants are ought to water daily by the gardener, or the plants ought to be watered daily by the gardener. Let's see the answers. How many are giving me? Yes. Many says option A. Few says option D. Yes, the plants ought to be watered daily by the gardener. Perfect, student. See the next question. Jatinder can help Gurdeep. Gurdeep can be helped by Jatinder. Gurdeep could be helped by Jatinder. Gurdeep can be helped by Jatinder. Gurdeep could be helped by Jatinder. All right, so I'm sure you must be giving me your answers. I want everybody to give me the answer. All right, so Vasila, Ashwin. All right, so let's see the answer. It is option A. Gurdeep can be helped by Jatinder. All right, see the next question. Ramesh dash into his own trap. So is it Ramesh falling, or Ramesh was fell, or it is Ramesh fell into his own trap, or Ramesh fall down? Very simple. So this should be a very simple one. Let's see if anybody is not answering. So if anybody is not answering, only I should see, isn't it? So such a simple. Many are constantly giving me, it should be fell. Ramesh fell into his own trap. Excellent. See the next question. India is the second most populous country, dash, the 7th largest country by area in the world. So is it but, is it however, or is it and, or is it while? Yes. Let's see how many are giving me the answers. It's option B, option C, but many says it is option C. Yes, it is and. All right. So India is the second most populous country and the 7th largest. All right. See the next question. Dash worst is yet to come. So is it the worst is yet to come, or an worst? Can it be an? Because before A, E, I, O, U only an should be used, isn't it? Or a worst is yet to come, or none. So very simple. Many should say A as the option. Let's see how many are giving me the option. Yes, the worst is yet to come. All right. All right. See the next question. Corruption is an evil, generally more dash in the underdeveloped and developing countries of the world. All right. So 4 options are given. So 1 is reluctant, 2nd is distant, 3rd is rampant, and 4th one is extravagant. So I have just given the meaning for you to understand. Reluctant is nothing but hesitation. So something we do with unwillingness. Distant, you know the distant. Rampant is spreading everywhere, right? So it is getting spreaded. Something goes out of our control. And the 4th one, extravagant, is spending too much or something which costs more. So now with this, I'm sure you will be able to give me the answer. Is it A, B, C, or D? Let me see how many are giving me. Chetan, Manohar, Gayatri. Unanimously, they say it is C. Let's see the answer. Excellent. It is C. Corruption is an evil, generally more. It is spreading more and it goes out of our control, isn't it? Yes, good. See the next question. She dash recovering in the hospital. Is it she where, she were to, or she has been? So it's a very simple question. She has been recovering. All right. So see the next question. Our honor and dignity lies in practicing truthfulness and in not being guided by dash. Is it brotherhood, motherhood, falsehood or monk-hod. So monk-hod means what usually the profession of a monk. So that's the dictionary meaning. So this I really need to see how many are going to give me the answers. Nikhil, Sai Vardhan, Chetan, everybody says option C. Yes, perfect. It is. It should not be guided by falsehood. Perfect. See the next question. The dog runs dash the street. Is it off the street, with the street, to the street, or about the street? So it is about the street. All right, see the next question. We must join hands and stop corruption, which is posing dash in the development of country. So tolerance is what generally we tolerate. Radiance is something bright. Hindrance is something which is interfere. You know, it is giving us some trouble, or it is relevant. Yes, give me your answers. Let me see. Give me. Yeah. So many says it is option C. All right. So let's see. It is option C, which is posing a hindrance. All right. Good. Excellent. See the next question. I'm tired. Dash this Chandler. I'm tired with this or over this or of this or for this. All right. Let's see whether you all are able to give me the answer. Yes, it's C, A. All right. Many says A. Let me see the answer. It is off. I am tired of this Chandler. See the next question. The main use of friendship is that it dash man to express his feelings and emotions. It enables, it capables, it stables, or it able. All right. So let's see the answer. It enables man to express. All right. See the next question. He was sorry dash her loss. He was sorry about her loss, for her loss, at her loss, or from her loss. So let this I need to know how many are going to give me the answer. Many says option A with just one C. All right, it is B. He was sorry for her loss. All right. Yes. See the next question. The velocity of an object is the rate of change of its position dash respect to a frame of reference. Is it by respect, of respect, or respect, or with respect? Yes, students, I want everybody to give me your answer. So you need to answer this because then only you can be very strong in your grammar. Many says, I'm very happy. It's really pouring. The answers, almost everybody is giving me the option as D. All right, let's see. Yes, it is with respect. Perfect. Good. See the next question. The path runs dash forests and mountains. Is it in or on or to or towards? It is towards forest and mountains. All right, see the next question. The worst, it is not from the worst form of violence. All right, so the worst FORM form of violence is terrorism dash due to religious insecurities. Is it repressed, quelled, evoked, or halted? So repressed is something we ignore it. Quelled is it ends something. Evoked is we provoke. That is we make it. All right. Or halted is to stop. So now you can give me your answers. Is it repressed, quelled, evoked, or halted? Let me see how many are giving me. Many Sandhya, Vasila, Sai Charan. Many says C and few says A. Yes, it is evoked, which is provoked. Perfect. See the next question. The big tree was dash the leg. Is it in the leg, within the leg, across the leg, off the leg? Yes. So this should be across the leg. All right. See the next question. I said, I came here yesterday. So this is direct. You need to convert this into indirect. Yes. So the answer has already been highlighted. I said that I had come there the previous day. So yesterday will get changed to previous day, isn't it? Yes. See the next question. He said the government is writing letters. So he said that the government was writing letters. Yes. See the next question. He said, I have passed the examination. He said that he had passed the examination. So quickly just go through the students so that you can understand how to change it from direct to indirect. All right. See the next question. She said to me, it has been raining heavily and you cannot go. So the possible answer could be, she told me that it had been raining heavily and I could not go. All right. See the next one. John said to me, where have you been last night? So John asked me where I had been, because you will get changed to I. All right. So where I had been, the last night will change it to previous night. Yes. Fine. So perfect, students. So please make a note of all the direct to indirect, passive to active. And any doubts, you can always WhatsApp us to our number 96422152227 or 5226. Thank you so much. All the very best. And over to Chandrika ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, students, tomorrow you will be getting the practice test link. So all of you do the practice tests. And also, 1 second, students. Yes, students, tomorrow all of you do the practice test, and also we will be having the class again at the same time, 7:30 p.m. So please join by 7:25, and also don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel, Jatadhara Educational Technology. మీకు ఒకవేళ జూమ్ లో క్లియర్ గా రాకపోతే, ఎక్కడన్నా వాయిస్ బ్రేక్అవుట్ అలా అనిపిస్తే, మీరు యూట్యూబ్ లైవ్ ద్వారా కూడా వినొచ్చు. యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్ పేరు వచ్చేసి జటాధర ఎడ్యుకేషనల్ టెక్నాలజీ. మీరు జూమ్ లో విన్నా, యూట్యూబ్ లో విన్నా, బట్ ప్లీజ్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ టు అవర్ ఛానల్. సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి. జూమ్ లో విన్నా పర్లేదు, యూట్యూబ్ లో విన్నా పర్లేదు, సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి ఛానల్ కి. అండ్ ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ డౌట్స్, మెసేజ్ టు 9642215226. మీకు ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే వాట్సాప్ నంబర్ 9642215226 కి వాట్సాప్ చేయొచ్చు. అండ్ డోంట్ ఫర్గెట్ టు సబ్స్క్రైబ్ అవర్ ఛానల్. Again, we will meet tomorrow at 7:30 p.m.